Okay, you guys love the ube recipes, and I've been making a ton on this channel. And while we could just get away with using ube extract in these recipes, using ube jam, aka Ube Halaya, gives our recipes more of that ube flavor. So today, I'm gonna show you guys how to make ube jam at home, but I'm not gonna be using actual ube, because also, think about it, how do you know you're even getting real ube when you buy it from someone else? You don't. Okay, so stick with me here for a minute because I want to share something with you. I think the majority of us have not been eating real ube. I think we've all been lied to. Okay, I don't know about lied to, but more like misinformed. And that's because there's so many varieties of purple sweet potatoes and yams. How are we supposed to know which one's which? Ube is purple yam, and it's very popular in the Philippines where I was born. And there's a difference between purple yam and purple sweet potato. So this is what ube looks like. It's got dark, bark-like skin, and it's very difficult to find where I'm at. I found this frozen version at my local Filipino market, but it doesn't have the skin on it, so how can I trust that this is actually ube? Also, its texture is super squishy and gross after it defrosts, so I don't really want to use it in my recipes. So apparently this is Hawaiian or Okinawan purple sweet potato. Well, apparently, based on what I searched online. So this has smooth outer skin with a light color. I find this one a lot more often at my local Asian grocery stores, but they label it ube. So that made me think, if the store doesn't know what real ube looks like, whether I buy it from a dessert shop or in a jar, how are we all supposed to know if we're having real ube? So if you go online, there's a lot of conflicting information, and basically, not a lot of people know the differences. Wait, so then this thing might not even be an Okinawan sweet potato! Okay, well, I've accepted that I'm probably not getting real ube unless I'm eating it in the Philippines. Since you've highly likely been eating purple sweet potato, tell me in the comments below. Does it really matter that you're getting real ube? If it's purple and it tastes good, do you care? Okay, that was my spiel, so if you're okay with that, let's continue with our ube jam recipe using the more easy to find Okinawan purple sweet potato. So get a steamer ready. I highly recommend steaming it because if you boil it, the sweet potato absorbs too much liquid. So wash the sweet potatoes and then slice them into thick rounds. A heavy knife works best for this. And then just arrange them into a single layer in your steamer, cover it with a lid, and then allow it to steam on medium-low heat for about 25 to 30 minutes or longer if you need it. You'll know it's ready when you poke it with a fork and it goes through easily. Okay, once these are done steaming, you want them to cool down for a little bit before handling them unless you've got no feelings in your fingers. Now once they have cooled, peel off the skin. So I like using the flat edge of a fork to peel it off easier, kind of like how you would peel an apple. Afterwards, mash this as best you can. So you can use a fork, which takes kind of a long time, or this potato masher thing. I love using this thing. It makes things so much easier to mash. So this is the way I'll show you guys how to mash it today, but I highly recommend that if you have a blender, just blend it up with the rest of the ingredients that we're gonna be putting in later for the smoothest consistency. Afterwards, add 1 cup of evaporated milk, mash, 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 and then 1 cup of condensed milk, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and finally 1 teaspoon of ube extract so that we can make up for not having real ube. Alrighty, so just mix this all up, and then we're going to cook this in a pan over medium-low heat to thicken it up. So if you didn't use a blender, just keep mashing this up with whatever tool you're using while it's cooking to continue breaking up any remaining sweet potato chunks. Make sure you don't stop mashing or mixing so that the bottom doesn't burn. This burns really easily. And you guys, this will spit hot jam at you every few seconds. So I highly recommend you wear an oven mitt to protect your hands and arms. All right, now you should be cooking this on low heat, but I'm impatient and I want this to finish fast. So I keep it on medium heat and I do the non-stop mixing until it thickens up. Alrighty, so this took me about 10 to 15 minutes to get it to this consistency. And that's pretty fast for making ube jam. So to cook it this quickly, you'll have to have a little bit higher heat, and you have to mix very frequently so it doesn't burn. And wear those mitts so that you can protect your hands from the splattering. All right, this is good. Take it off the flame and then we'll let it cool down. It's going to thicken up some more as it cools. And then put it in a nice container. You can use this Ube Halaya in any of the sweet ube recipes on my channel. You can spread it on bread. I'm spreading it on my pandesal, which I have a special recipe for. Or you can eat it straight out of the jar, which is my favorite thing to do. It's so good out of the jar on its own. Oh my God. And I'm not joking about ube is really hard to find, and it was kind of preventing me from making all of these ube recipes. So I had to find another way to make it. So yeah, tell me in the comments below if you made this recipe and how you liked it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!